Under the guidance of the Hunters Guild, we strive to maintain a balance with nature, harvesting just enough to survive, hunting and even killing monsters when necessary, but never taking more from the ecosystem than it can sustain. This is the life we know, but this isn't how things have always been. My name is Strawfoot, and this is the decline and fall of the great civilization. Life in the First Age. Imagine what it must have been like. The Wyverian Kingdom encompasses the fairest part of the Old World and the most civilized portion of humanity. The provinces of man are united under the strong rule of the Wyverian monarchs. Using technologies vastly superior to our own, the Wyverian Empire has constructed massive stone monoliths, temples, and towers. The Wyverians have built the largest cities our world has ever seen, and united the people of the Old World. Even the mighty elder dragons have been subjugated and bow to the whims of man. Monsters have been both slain and enslaved in great numbers so that this empire of man might thrive. There is no balance with nature in this age. This is an age of conquest, an age of dominance. But all of this prosperity, all of this conquest, comes with a cost. This is an empire built on the backs of the oppressed, forged in dragon fire. Great wars are fought by the people of this age. Imagine yourself now, standing atop a high hill. It's springtime. A light breeze is blowing. The scent of orange blossoms is in the air. Looking down from this hill, you see on the plains below two massive armies arrayed. On one side, you see legions of Wyverian knights, armored in the silver scales of fallen dragons, lances held high. Maybe some of them are mounted, riding on the backs of enslaved dragons. Can you imagine what this would have looked like? On the other side, the opposing army. Smaller in number, yet larger in size, is a horde of monsters. The two armies rush towards each other. A flight of Rathalos, the vanguard of the dragon army, are the first into the fray, scorching the earth with fire. Packs of wolf-like Garen crash against the heavy tower shields of the Wyverian knights. Cannons thunder, dragons roar. The Wyverians on the northern flank have formed a shield wall, but it doesn't hold long. A colossal Gammoth lumbers forward, crushing the knights beneath its feet, only to be brought down moments later by ballista fire. Can you imagine what a war this terrible must have been like for the people of the First Age? Can you picture the battlefield after the conflict? Scorched with dragon fire, cratered by cannons, and littered with the bodies of fallen knights and dragons. And what of the common people of this age? What great suffering a conflict of this magnitude must have caused them. This war, it was the end of the First Age, the downfall of the greatest civilization our world has ever known. But how did this happen? How did things go so wrong? The answer is, of course, greed. Above all else, greed. In their quest to expand the frontiers of the Empire, the Wyverians hunted many species of monsters to extinction. They stripped the earth of its resources, taking everything they could and giving little back. And then there is the creation of the equal dragon weapon, a source of much debate among the scholars and lore masters of our age. Legends tell of mighty hybrid monster machines constructed by the Wyverians. It is written that as many as 30 slain elder dragons may have been harvested for the creation of one such weapon. Was it the creation of these monstrosities that drove the elder dragons to rebel against us? It's a common misconception among hunters of our age that the dragons we hunt are no more than stupid, mindless beasts, incapable of human emotions or higher thought. Certainly some monsters are more intelligent than others, this much is obvious. But could the creation of this equal dragon weapon have driven the elder dragons, the most intelligent of monsters, to unite against us? And could those elder dragons have led legions of lesser monsters to attack our ancient cities en masse? The sad truth is that so much of our history has been lost to time, we may never know what really happened. Ruins of the First Age litter the landscape of the Old World, and many of the weapons we hunters use today, gun lances, dragonators, wyvern fire, these were designed by the craftsmen of the First Age. We can learn much from studying these relics of the First Age, but there are still so many unanswered questions. I'll continue to study these matters. Of course I will. But in the meantime, I want to know your theories. What have you learned in your travels across the world of Monster Hunter? Leave me a comment below and let me know your thoughts. You can also join the Discord server. There's a link in the description, and we're having some interesting debates about the history of the First Age in the discussion there. I also have a Patreon page if you want to get access to some exclusive Monster Hunter videos and help support the channel. And we just started a new podcast stream on the main YouTube channel. If you're interested in hearing some longer discussions and watching some fun hunts, you should check it out. I've got some really talented co-hosts for the podcast, including Malik, who used to host the Well Done Monster Hunter podcast back in the day. And we're going to have some really great guests on upcoming episodes of the show. Oh, and one more thing. Can you do me a favor and click all those buttons? You know, the YouTube thing. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers now. Can you believe it? So, thanks for that. Really. I think we're going to have a dance party in the guild hall when we hit 10,000. As always, this has been Strawfoot. Peace out.